Now we just got to get people to come back in here. Yeah, I know. I have no idea exactly what happened. We'll get people back in here and we'll talk about that a little bit. That was weird. You gonna come back now? We're streaming again. Hey everyone. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I was just running the live stream like normal. All of a sudden everything on the computer glitched and every piece of software I had running at the time just shut down. But since I didn't stop the live stream officially, it kept running in the background. And once my software started rebooted, I couldn't get back into the point where I could shut down the previous live stream. I actually had to go onto the desktop computer over there, and that was and that's the only way I could actually end the last live stream, because there was like 10 minutes there where there was no video coming out, but you guys were able to chat. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say it was my fault because I wasn't even touching the computer when it happened, but it happened on my end. It was some technological glitch. So I don't know. That was weird. I don't even have Matt's videos running anymore up there because I had to take control of that computer. That was the only way I could get access to this thing. Yeah, no, this wasn't anything you did. It was completely on my end. I don't know what happened. This computer glitched, and first thing I thought is, okay, let's try rebooting the computer. Maybe that'll reset everything. No, that didn't reset everything. I tried everything I could on this laptop, and finally said, you know what, I'm going to try and attack it from outside. And so, like I said, I went onto the desktop over there, and from there I was able to shut down the live stream. And then once I got the live stream shut down, then I could restart it again. Yeah, I don't know why you would be on. I saw you post something like that you couldn't post on Facebook. I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't block you. If I blocked you, I would have blocked you here too. So might just be something. I don't know. I don't think I've blocked anyone. Oh, Rhonda sent me a message. Yeah, yeah, you lost me. That's true. I don't know what's going on Facebook. Blame it on the heat. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, it's do you think it's on your end? Hmm. Yeah, because you're able to use it to message me. You just did that just then. Ah, technology, you gotta love it. You made some changes to Facebook and maybe you did it yourself, huh? You blocked yourself, huh? Now you can't figure out what you did. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. We can talk about anything you want. That's the point of the live streams. I don't go into these assuming that we're going to talk about something. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? What do you like about the sausage stew? I think it's excellent. I think it's one of the best recipes I've made. Yeah, it's really good. I've often said I wish that YouTube had smell-o-vision because some of these things just smell fantastic when they come off they either come out of the oven or out of the Instant Pot or off the stove. Yeah, okra might be good in that. Well, that was what I was trying to do. That was me. I made it go private because that was me trying to get control of the stream. I started doing a bunch of things and I figured, okay, maybe if I made it go private, it'll end the stream and then I can get control of it. But that didn't work. And so I ended up making it public again. And then I could at least see your comments and start communicating with you a little bit, let you know what was going on. I still don't know exactly what happened. The system just glitched on me. I sat there and watched it, and every program I had running just suddenly shut down. And then when I tried to relaunch the live stream, it said, "Oh, you're already streaming." So now I get to the point where I'm thinking, it's like, okay, I'm streaming. Is the camera still working? Are you still seeing me? And it just isn't popping up right here. That was weird. Yeah, I know everything is happening. More expensive these days. Yeah, rice instead of pasta would probably be good. In fact, I've got that wild rice that I got from my mom. That would probably be excellent in that. If I ever had Chicago rolls with butter, a very large glass of homogenized grade A milk. Um, I've had the latter part. I don't think I've had Chicago rolls. Yeah, right, Tommy. Can you see me? Tommy couldn't even hear me there for a while. YouTube hasn't given Tommy the ability to feel you yet. Yeah, the stew is as good tasting as it looks. It was amazing. It is amazing because I froze two big containers of it. I was worried there for a while because technically live streams can go on as long as I stream. I mean, I've done live streams where it's gone on for 12 hours, 13 hours, where I go to work someday and just leave it on the cats and it's run all day and still hasn't run out of time. So, I had this feeling, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to end this live stream? Because that was the key. I had to stop the old one before I could start a new one. Because every time I tried to start a new live stream, it kept going back and saying, "Oh, you're already streaming," and then I try and get in there, and I couldn't get control of it. So it was weird. Okay, so we got a lot of questions. What is a Chicago roll? We brought it up, and now we've got the question here, Dr. Susan here. What is it? Chicago rolls are crusty on the outside and white bread, really tasty, old fashioned flavor. Oh, okay. There you go. I drank milk when I was a kid, but I just never outgrew it. Now I drink a lot more of it. I go through about 3 gallons, I don't know, every 4 or 5 days. I drink a lot of milk. Half a gallon lasts me less than a day. I would say I probably go through a gallon every day, day and a half, something like that. Yeah, I had all my glasses in the dishwasher, so I had to go with two little glasses today. Two small glasses of vodka. See, I was thinking as a joke, one of these days I got to put real vodka in one of those and water in the other one, and not know which one it is, and then go and do a live stream. Never even tried almond milk. Can't sleep if there's dishes in the dishwasher. It always seems to go back to that, doesn't it, Scott? We're always talking about food. But you milk an almond? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. There was a point last winter where I couldn't get milk in the grocery store because that storm kind of froze everything in, and the trucks could, kind of froze everything up, and we couldn't get the trucks in. And for about a week, I was without milk, and it was driving me crazy. I couldn't buy milk fast enough. At one point, I actually got up at 5 in the morning on one of my days off to try and go get the milk from the grocery store first thing. It's just that was I don't know. Milk is just an important part of my life. Yeah, no, not really interested in soy milk. I'm not a soy boy. I'll stick with milk. Connie's allergic to almonds. Oh man, that's another thing I love. I buy almonds wholesale. Just buy a big jug of them because I just snack on them. In fact, I gotta get some more. I'm almost out. It's funny, they're in the same kind of container as the kitty treat jars. Anyone want to ask me how many times I've gotten the jars confused? Yeah, more than once. Get in my mouth like, that's a kitty treat. Doesn't seem to go the other way because the cats are smart enough. They realize, hey, that ain't no kitty treat. Is the pool sweeper still working? Yes. Yes, still is. Amazingly so. So that was good news. I was able to fix that. And really the whole point of that swivel valve thing, it's never been an issue because I have yet to have to unwind the cord because it seems it just kind of goes back and forth like this in the pool. And so it seems to unwind itself. So it's just an unnecessary weak spot. I suggest a cold meal for supper tonight. Um, yeah, something you cooked an hour ago. No, not really. I mean, I don't know if I've even really done any like cold meals. I mean, some sort of, I've done some like jello desserts and stuff like that. I guess you could probably do something along those lines. How's the weather today? Hot, really hot. I think we're supposed to hit 104 today. Cats are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. Oh yeah, absolutely. What percentage of milk? 2%. I like whole milk, but it's too fattening, and you get any thinner than 2%, and I'm not into it. I call it blue milk, especially when you get to skim milk. It doesn't have the taste. Ice cream is good. Yeah, that's a good cool meal. That's a good cool meal. I don't know if you can make a meal out of it, but I do need to go into the pool, definitely. Yeah, I love almonds. I guess I go buy 2 pounds at a time and just snack on them. Try and fry an egg on the sidewalk. Yeah, I probably could. But yeah, Texas definitely is much hotter than California. I mean, California gets into the hundreds too, but not very often. It's more of a common thing. And I knew that when I came here. I knew I was, going to be dealing with hotter summers and that kind of stuff. And that isn't a problem. I have air conditioning. Ice cream sandwiches. There you go. Now we're talking. But you could fry an egg on the sidewalk here today. Yeah, very possible. It's getting to the point where I'm going to be able to boil an egg in the pool before too long. That's something I've been kind of talking to other people about. About the weather here. One of the things I like about the weather here is about the time you start getting tired of the weather being a certain way, it changes to the other way. That's what's great about Texas. About the time you get tired of the heat, it starts cooling off and turning into fall. Say welcome to Canada. The weather up here is changing. Well, you're right on the lake too, so that has a huge effect. You hear Texas accents from time to time, but it isn't as bad as you think. Every once in a while I'll hear it. You'll hear y'all pretty regularly around here, but it isn't. Everybody isn't talking with a Texas drawl, not even close. Yeah, Lake Ontario. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've heard that said about the weather. Waiting if you don't like the weather in Minnesota, wait 10 minutes. And that's one of the things I kind of like about Texas too, is that while they're predicting that the next 2 weeks it's going to be over 100 degrees, and there's currently no rain planned, it that could all change in a day or two. Tomorrow I could get up and 3 days from now there might be 30% chance of rain, and the next day it'll be 50, and then the next day it'll be 90. So That kind of stuff can happen all the time. It takes summer all the time. You hate being stuck in the house. Well, I'm kind of stuck in the house right now with the heat. Yeah, see, summer is supposed to be kind of the rainy season here in Texas. That's what's really weird about this because there hasn't been any real measurable rain in more than a month. And that's you remember last summer. I posted periodically. I'd post videos of electrical storms that were blowing through. Haven't had anything to shoot. That's true. I can hit the pool, and the pool is really nice. Once you get in the pool and kind of submerge yourself in the water, all of a sudden the air temperature doesn't seem that bad anymore. Can't do that in the winter. That's true. Not unless you're insane. There's people that do that are insane. Can't do winter sports, but then Ian, you don't do summer sports either. Okay, well, so maybe it isn't really the weather that's the problem. Maybe it's the sports that's the problem. It's funny. I just keep seeing this big bug flying back and forth in front of the windows outside, and it just hit the window over there. It was huge. Yeah, it does. It brings the body temperature down. And when you have moisture on your skin too, then the breeze kind of cools the moisture, and that cools you down a lot, even if you're not submerged completely. Armchair athlete. There you go. Yay, armchair athletes. Hi, VNA. Long time. Vodka time. Yes, it is. You don't like the gray skies? Yeah. See, I like it when it's rainy and stuff like that. Gray skies don't bring me down. They actually kind of make me happy. That can mean that can mean rain, and I love it when it rains. Have I fried my okra? Yes. Last week I tried it in the deep fryer. I tried Jeff's recipe. Jeff did a fried okra recipe 6 months or so ago, and I tried that. I mixed it up a little bit rather than using regular salt. I made some habanero salt a while back, and I put that on there, and it was really good. And I got more okra now too. Feel better with blue skies? Nah, not me, not so much. I really like I like the weather basically, however it is. Yeah, we do. We need the rain. Spring is great too. I like spring. I did. I used my own habaneros from last year. I made those last year off of last year's crop. I've noticed that, Joey. The okra has been coming fast and furious. That's what I saw on the. I've never grown okra. Really don't know much to do with it. It's just I wanted to try it this year and see what it was like. And one of those things I say is go out and harvest it every day because once you cut the okra off, it signals the plant to grow more. And I'm getting more now. I'm getting 3 or 4 of them a day. And I mean long ones too. Some of them are like 6 inches long. I'm trying to put them in like a Ziploc baggie so I can use them. And I was using sandwich bags for a while, and the sandwich bags aren't big enough to hold them. So I got them like quart bags right now. How was the okra that I made? It was good. It was good. Yeah, like I said, I used Jeff's recipe. Now he fried them like in a skillet with oil. I actually have a deep fat fryer, and I put it in that. And that worked really well. Yeah, I agree with that. One of the things I don't like about the summer is that's when I have to go out and mow the lawn, and it's miserable to be outside in the heat. I think that's why my parents originally immigrated to California is because of the weather, because they're both from Minnesota. So California sounds great compared to that. Grass is dead in a lot of places here. I've managed to keep mine alive. I'm watering. I'm having to water it a lot though. Cut grass or shovel snow. Okay, well, that was part of the reason when I moved here that I got a riding mower because I figured I'm not going to push a push mower around in 100-degree heat. No way. Yeah, that would be a big yard to install a sprinkler system in. I mean, I'm a third of an acre, and I got 12 zones on my sprinkler system, probably more than 100 heads. Water bill is a little higher in the summer. And it's for two reasons. One, I'm having to top off the pool all the time because there's so much evaporation on there, and because of me watering the yard. There aren't any currently water restrictions, although that could happen. Cats are going crazy today and making you crazy and making the girls laugh. All right, well, let's make them crazier. That should make the girls laugh too. The electric bill is over $200. That is one of the things that I deal with here. My bill is regularly over $200, but I have a flat rate, so that means I can kind of just use the AC, keep this place cool all the time. And I like the fact that we got ceiling fans all over the place in the house, and that kind of helps a lot too. I keep those going. Ceiling fan is running in the bedroom all the time, day and night, keeps the air circulating. Where does Waco get its water? I think most of it comes from wells, and a lot of that probably seeps into and a lot of the water seeps into the wells through the lake because we got Lake Waco out here, which is, it's a big feature. It's a big lake, a lot of water. Two major rivers come through the area, so a lot of water there. Well, the AC does turn off here from time to time, but it kind of keeps it at a comfortable temperature in here. Right, Bite? You haven't had to be outside in the heat, have you? No. Flash likes the heat, but you don't. There he is. Look who's back. He didn't want anything to do with this place when the live stream shut down. Say, oh, nuts to that. I'm not going to sit there and watch you play on the computer. But now that we're back, and now that you got an audience again, yeah, we have energy efficient windows too. Well, this house was really well built, and one of the things they pointed out to me when I moved in is came in and did an inspection of the place, and one of the things they noticed was that they had above average insulation in the attic. It's like 12, 14 inches thick up there. Bye, John. Just looked it up. Lake Waco covers 13 miles. Okay, it's probably 12 miles now with all the evaporation, but yeah, you condition the squirrels to trust you. That's cool. I feed the squirrels here too. I like having them in the yard. They're fun little critters, but mine don't come up to me yet. Need to update the windows and weather strip the doors. That does an enormous amount of good. I know. That was one of the things I liked about the house in California, though, is it was really good energy efficient wise. I rarely use the air conditioning over there. In fact, when I moved out, I actually turned it on for the first time in a long time. It didn't work. I had to bring an expert in. It hadn't been used so much that it just didn't work. But I find Flash seeking me out when I go outside. No, not really. She's content to just kind of stay by herself and do her thing and wander around and eat and sleep and do what she does. I like my house in California too, but I like this one too. How old was my house in California? I was the original owner. I bought it in '97 when it was built. It was kind of cool too because I watched it be built, and I had hundreds and hundreds of pictures that I shot of the house as it was being built, and so that was very useful. When I had to do modifications to the house or something like that, to be able to pull out a picture and say, oh yeah, that's what that wall looks like. That's where all the studs are. That's where the frame is. That's where the electrical and where the plumbing's running. You know, the only thing I wished at the time is I wish I had a digital camera, because if I had a digital camera, there would have been thousands and thousands of pictures, not just a couple hundred. Because there are things that I still kind of wish I had pictures of when the time came. Yeah, it's great to be to have Flash here. I'm glad she's here. I have not seen hawks or snakes in my yard. I've seen a couple possums, and then the squirrels, and then birds that live in the area. A lot of cardinals, a lot of robins, some things that I don't necessarily recognize. Yeah, that sounds about right for Long Beach. A lot of those houses were built in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, post-war. Yeah, Flash seemed to be more sociable with animals than she was with people. She kind of, maybe it's just the size of people, but Flash got along really well with Moxie, which was Beth's dog. And I mean, I was surprised sometimes, when Beth would be feeding a treat to to Flash, and Moxie would be there eating, and Flash didn't have a problem with it. Did I get to pick out the building plan when my house? Well, no. What they had there is they had 6 different models, and you got to pick the model you wanted, and then they showed you like a layout of where all the houses were and the ones that were sold or not sold, and you got to pick the one you wanted. You picked the lot that had the house you want on it. So I found the model I want. It was the model 302, and I said that was the one I want. It was actually the first one I looked at, and I looked at the rest of them, and I think I compared them all to that original one. And I said, you know what, I like the original. And so when we made the decision to go do it, at that point, the phase that my house was in had just gone on sale. I think probably that day, and so I had my choice of you know that what lot I wanted that had that model house on it. I picked that one because it had one of the larger backyards in the neighborhood. You have a lot of foxes and coyotes. I haven't seen a lot of that here. It seems to be skunks, possums, raccoons, and armadillos. That seems to be in terms of the land-based critters that you see around here. Haven't seen any armadillos in my yard. I did see an armadillo when I was out walking in Cameron Park once. I caught video of it. That was a couple of years ago. I noticed that too, VNA. My house in California, there are a lot of places it was obvious that they kind of cut corners, and it popped up, years later. They didn't use really high quality copper in the copper pipes, and so I had a couple of slab leaks while I was there, and had to deal with that. This house seems to be very well built. I found some stupid things they did electrically in the yard or in the house, but other than that, I mean, the house is really, really well designed. It's holding up well, and it's taken good care of. So I think I got a good investment. A very large small dog population here, huh? Deer, raccoon, coyotes, armadillos, hawks, buzzards, skunks in your area. Okay, as evidenced by the roadkill. Yeah, I know that's unfortunately my most common connection to nature too. I did see that deer that one time when I was out hiking in Cameron Park. That was fun. Are you talking this house here? This house here was built in the mid 70s. Housing prices are, yeah. I think I was looking up what houses cost in your area, and yeah, that seems a lot. I just decided to spend the whole live stream here. Yeah, still over 100, Mark, and it's going to be that way for the it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. Now, I don't really publish the email address anywhere. I just kind of give it out verbally. It's escapingthemouse@gmail.com. Yeah, that's the thing that's kind of horrible about housing prices. When they go up, your property taxes go up too. And this house is definitely more expensive now than it was when I bought it. So it's been a good investment. As the fight took off on us here, I'm going to sit back a little bit and enjoy myself. Can't get too far away though, or else I can't see the writing on the computer. Even here, it's a little bit too far away. Got to get closer here so I can talk to people here. Don't even want to see my, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little concerned about what mine's going to look like this year too. Yeah, we're not charged by the bag. We just pay a bulk rate here. And it's my, what is it? It's my uh, sewer, it's my uh, trash, and something else all tied into one. Probably water, all tied into one. All the city services. Yeah, I love having a house too. You know, I lived in an apartment before I had the house in California, and I just don't like sharing walls with neighbors. I like the fact that my house is separated from my neighbors, and so if it's 2 in the morning and I decide I want to listen to or watch a really loud movie or something like that, I can do it. I don't have to worry about it. Don't have neighbors banging on the walls like, "Hey, I'm trying to sleep." Note from the tax office right after your dad died, it went up 35%. That's horrible. Because if you're not going through enough, right? Yeah, I'm just doing this all on my laptop. So, I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I've got the TV on that wall. I could project the video onto the TV and then just sit over there on a lazy boy chair. Yeah, just about everything is really overpriced housing wise right now. My house in California was technically considered a condo, but it was a detached condo, so it was all the benefits of a house. Because I didn't share walls with neighbors or anything like that. That was nice. That was the big thing. I wouldn't want to live, in an attached condo. That's just a glorified apartment, I think. How's Flash? Flash is doing good. I was actually a little worried because I hadn't been able to find her for 2 nights in a row. I usually get out and look for her, and I'm getting to a point now where I can find her most nights. So when I couldn't find her 2 nights ago and then couldn't find her again last night, I got a little concerned. I didn't find a body or anything, and I didn't find any way she could have gotten out of the yard. But apparently, she still has places that she can hide that I don't know about. So, but I found her this morning, and she's good. Fed her a little broccoli. She loves broccoli. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, sometimes the trash men can be wimps. Fortunately, I've never had an issue with that here. They seem to have big burly guys that can handle stuff. So she's loving the heat. I mean, I think what she does, she just stays in some cool place. She's using the cave now pretty regularly, and I think she does that to escape the heat. And that's what the thing was designed for. Because I'm sure it's probably 10 or 20 degrees cooler in there. And since it's making direct contact with the ground, there's the cool coming out of the ground. So the stones that she sleeps, she sits on, they're nice and cool. And so yeah, I think she likes it. Yeah, that's what they had for the trash trucks in California too. The city actually issued you trash cans, and they were ones that were specifically designed for the trucks to pick up. We all need a cave then. Yeah, right. Of course, who needs a cave when you got a pool and a house with air conditioning that's running all the time? You don't need to be indelicate, but what about turtle poop? And you know what? Just every once in a while, I'd get in there and blow it out. It isn't like carnivore poop, so it doesn't stink. It's just mainly, compressed grass and whatever it is she's eating. And so it dries out pretty quick and turns into a good mulch. Most of it just happens in the most of it just happens in the yard, and then it just kind of disintegrates and turns into fertilizer. What about a cave and a pool? Well, that's what I got. How about a pool in a cave? Well, I've only paid property taxes twice so far, and they've gone up both years, and I expect it's going to go up this year too, because it's always based on the value of the house, and the house is worth more now than it was when I bought it. So, and I thought it was a good deal then. So, the big advantage here is that I just, I don't have a mortgage payment to make. I have a homestead exemption. I didn't go with that. I looked into it, but it just it wasn't enough of a benefit to be worth the trouble. And it was just scads and scads of paperwork to do, and I couldn't get anyone that could help me even figure out how to fill it out. So I didn't end up doing that. But I looked into it, and it was I was led to believe it was going to be a significant advantage, but it wasn't. It wasn't really worth the trouble. Smart turtle who doesn't poop in her own cave. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably something that just happens when she's sleeping. Yeah, see, I really couldn't get anyone to help me when the time came to do it because that was right around the time when COVID was at its full bore, and all these government offices were shut down. A homestead exemption is a tax benefit they give you to your property taxes that like applies to your first house. I think I'm not sure all the details on it because I really didn't get that far into it. Yeah, that's probably the best explanation right there, VNA. You may qualify for agricultural land with all the wildlife taken. There is a lot of wildlife that does kind of depend on me. Depends on me to not cut down the pecan trees in the front yard. What's the meaning in 921? And I don't know. I don't know what that is. You also get a break on your taxes because you turn 65. Okay. I haven't tried that, but then again, I haven't turned 65 either. So I never was aware of a homestead exemption in California, but it wouldn't surprise me that there wasn't one because, I mean, why would California want to give anyone anything that would allow them to reduce their tax burden? They're looking to increase tax revenue, not decrease it. One more year for you to get seniors discount. Oh, yeah. I don't even know when that begins. I guess, what is it, 60, 65? 55? Okay. All right, so I could qualify for that. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was 60 or 65, something like that. ARP was contacting me at 40. So, yeah, I mean, that just goes in the trash anyway. I'm not interested in them. You call that old age here, huh? All right. Yeah, well, I'm officially old age. You're old and you own it. Yeah. No, you're saying 65 is old age, huh? Okay. Yeah, some people do make. I have a great aunt that made it to what 103 or something like that We went to her 100th birthday party. It was a massive family reunion. Oh, my Aunt Lillian though, she was sharp and active at her age, right till the end. 55 senior, 65 old age. Okay. Yeah, my dad lived to what 82, I think is what it was. 82. Yeah, he turned 82 the previous November. It would be good. Die young. You'll be here forever. All right. If you say so. Tracy's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Tracy. Good talking to you. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this anyway, too. So my grandma doesn't want anyone to know how old she is. Yeah, yeah. My father was November 2, 1938. Great grandmother lived to be 100 years old. That's impressive. Your dad was 69 when he passed away. My mom's dad was really young too. I mean, comparably. Oh yeah, that's a good reason to check out on the live stream. We're gonna go to the store and make a meatloaf. I totally understand. I'm with you. Or chase people down with your wheelchair. Yeah, so you're a stay off the grass kind of person, huh? I hope he doesn't shut the refrigerator completely. He may go today. All right, there you go. That's a warning there. You better snap to here. Oops, kitty brush fell on the ground. Bite's not here to do anything about it. Or you'll hit people with a cane. Yeah, yeah, that's an option too. You're like freaking teenagers out with your rap skills. Where's Bite? I'm sure he's in his room. Just up at night to eat cornflakes in the refrigerator and doesn't close the fridge, huh? Well, I think we're probably kind of coming to the end of this one, so I'm going to wind this one down. Um, I'll get both the videos posted here relatively quickly, and we'll go from there. So thanks everyone for stopping in. This was fun. See you next time.